Hey guys, how you doing? It's Matt again from Ecom Success Starter. In today's video, we're going to break down how much it costs to start on Amazon. Hey guys, what's happening? Happy holidays. This is Matt from Ecom Success Starter. Thank you again for staying with me and joining me. On today's video, we're going to truly break down how much it costs to start if you're a new seller or an experienced seller on Amazon. And there's two different routes you can go. The quick answer is $0. It really does take $0 to get started on Amazon. And we're going to break this all down. And the long answer, or the more expensive answer, would be $50 plus to $100. So let's break that down. $0. And I really mean $0, and here's why. If you look around your house, maybe it's that toy your kid wanted and now they don't play with it. Maybe it's old board games, old video game consoles. You can collect these and sell them for a profit on Amazon. Now, the thing with this, your inventory cost is $0, but you're always going to have the shipping cost. So to actually get started, inventory-wise, costs you nothing. Again, look around your house and you can find items to sell. Also, there's an app that I use, the Profit Bandit app, and I'll put the information down below in the description. You could also use the Seller Central, the Amazon scanning app. So these are two free apps that you can use to type in or scan items in your house, and it'll tell you, since your buy cost is $0, whether it's a profitable item, basically how much money you're going to make. Now, again, like I said in my other video, and definitely would encourage you to check out the last video I did on how to intelligently buy inventory. You're going to want to look at sales rank. You're going to look at the demand for that item in the category. So just because you have items around the house doesn't mean that people are buying them currently. So if you have questions about that, how to figure out if your item is profitable or in demand, definitely check out my last video. Another great suggestion would be to post ads on Craigslist. A lot of the times, whether they be students, whether they be families, or really anybody, people have garage sales or they're moving out of their house and they can't take items with them. If they don't sell at garage sales, etc., they may be just giving items away rather than throw them away. So always be on the lookout on Craigslist, on maybe OfferUp, on LetGo, on these scanning apps, on these tools that you can use to find free inventory. I know for a fact that Craigslist has a free column, and you can just click on that and it'll show you, and a lot of the times there's some good stuff on there. So make sure if it's used, if it's in electronics, or if it's a printer or camera or CD player or anything like that, if it can break, make sure that you test it. Now keep in mind, whenever you're looking for free items or even items around your house, it's best to find smaller items. That's because the shipping is going to cost you less because the weight and the dimensions of the item are obviously smaller. But you can definitely go on Craigslist and find basically giveaways. You can also go to auctions, or you can go to closing stores that are closing, and you can find basically free or very inexpensive items in inventory that way. Also, there are no fees to start Amazon if you're an individual seller. This does mean that you have to pack and ship your products on your own, but when we're talking about fees and cost of entry, there are none if you're an individual seller. Again, you really can't escape the shipping cost. That goes without saying. But it's going to cost you $0 if, again, you collect free inventory from Craigslist or even your own house. Okay, guys, so moving on, if you're going to really scale your business, if you're really looking for big profits, long-term investment, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, and here's why. If you're a professional seller, that is when you send your inventory into the Amazon warehouse. They charge you $40 a month. Now, they do give you a trial period, but after that, each month is going to cost you $40. So there's a cost right off the bat. And this goes, like I said, without saying, but either individual or professional seller, you're going to have shipping cost, right? You're going to have packing cost. You're going to have to pay for boxes, for packing tape, for shipping, obviously, for maybe bubble wrap or any kind of packing materials like poly bags. So there's a cost of entry as well. But again, I can't stress this enough, guys. If you're moving product, if you're constantly shipping in product to be sold, then those are small cost versus the profits that you really can make. So we talked about the Amazon fees. If you're a professional seller, that's $40. But then there's scanning fees. So what I mean by that is if you decide to use Profit Bandit, which is what I use, and believe me, there are numerous applications out there. Do some research first. I like Profit Bandit, and we'll break it down here on the side because it shows you what items are being sold in FBA, what items are being sold by individuals. It links directly to Camel, which is a great resource whenever you're researching the sales rank. Gives you a lot of information. It calculates all the fees for you and tells you the profit based on your buy cost. Now I know that the Amazon scanning app does this as well. Whenever I was doing my research, I landed on Profit Bandit. Now this is $10 a month. There is a free version, but it limits you on how many items you can scan with the app. So I think it's maybe 10 or 15 scans. It's basically not enough because if you think about it, if you're going to big box stores or thrift stores and you're scanning all these items, you're going to run out of scans very, very quickly. So that is a $10 cost. So you have the Amazon fees and then you have the scanning app, of course, if you're using Profit Bandit. So that is really where the fees end. Of course, whenever you sell an item, there are Amazon associated fees with that, but those, of course, you can't avoid. The whole point is when you're scanning items on your scanning apps, whichever one you decide to use, it's going to show you if that item is profitable after those fees. So you know the fees are coming, but it's based on you. It's up to you, I should say, to find either that free inventory or buy intelligently where you're going to come out on the good side and you're going to have a profit. And finally, of course, if you are driving around, you're spending your time, you're spending your money on gas. And again, that's unavoidable. One thing I would say, if you really didn't want to spend a lot of time or gas driving around, I suggested in my last video doing online arbitrage. So you can look for clearance items on the big box stores, Target.com, Walmart.com. I know a lot of people do very well with Marshalls and TJ Maxx, but with that, you would actually have to go to the store. I do a lot of flipping on eBay, so I'll buy maybe something from eBay that I know I can get at a low cost and then that I know is selling at a higher cost on Amazon. So that'll eliminate some of your time and some of your cost on the gas whenever you first start out. Now, if you're looking for suggestions on what to buy, again, I would definitely recommend looking at my last video on how to buy a product intelligently. So that's really it, guys. I know it's kind of short and sweet, but I would definitely motivate anybody to get started because number one, like we mentioned, there is zero cost of entry. So if you're an individual seller, you're just getting started, you want to see the process work, look for those items around your house, go to garage sales, see if maybe your friends and family are giving anything away. You won't believe how many people have old video games and their kids have grown up and they don't use them anymore, right? So post a Craigslist ad asking for those games, right? It can't hurt. You really can't lose there. And then there's the other side. If you want to be a professional seller, it is going to cost you, again, $40 a month. And then if you decide to use an app like Profit Bandit, that one is $10 more on top of that. But again, if you're buying intelligently, and I 100% will show you and have shown you how to do that, you're going to come out on the right side, okay? So thanks again for staying with me, guys. This is Matt from Ecom Success Starter. We're going to continue these videos and address some questions and answers as we go on. So stay with me. We'll have new questions and answers coming shortly. Thanks for watching. If you do like this content, as always, guys, consider subscribing and hit that like button. It's been great having you.